How much money did you bring when you come here for the first time?
Came to this country with 2 suitcases, that $100 tikka given by my mom. She gave me, "Beta, this is what I can give you."
What has been the biggest year for you in terms of revenue?
We were over 40 million, 50 million revenue in some years, in last 10 years. Every time I make money in a year and a 12 months time, 50% of mine goes to this property. I bought it for 2.8, and I can proudly say this building is worth of.
How was your childhood in India and how was money like growing up?
See, the most sensitive topic, any household in India, the way I grew up, especially it may be different for different people. People who born poor sees the money, I would say, as God. I know it's a very bold statement. Typically, anybody sees as a Lakshmi Devi, but still, every paisa matters. That's how I grew up too.
Okay.
But one thing was, my mother and my father, they were very passionate about getting us educated, me and my brother. So they invested education. That's what they believed in strong. Number two, every paisa makes matter to us because it comes with a lot of hard work. Just don't give it away.
Right. What year did you come in the US and how much money did you bring when you come here for the first time?
It's been 20 years, over 20 years I've been in this country with a lot of hopes and dreams, Somebody told me back in India while I was doing my job in a factory, said, the life over there, 7 Cs, it has a different acceptance in terms of opportunities, the environment, and the way you take it to yourself. Nobody can put a stop on you as long as you are a dreamer. So I'm a dreamer. I believe in dreaming. As Abdul Kalam always says, Mr. Abdul Kalam, you have to dream when you're alive, when you're awake.
So when you came to the US, did you have all those dreams? Did you come here to do business, education?
So I had one plan in my mind very clearly. I want to be an entrepreneur. No matter what, I want to be an entrepreneur because solving the problem is the only way. The byproduct is money.
Okay.
I am not after the money. Focused on that. I am very clear on that. Wherever I went, I learned to an extent where if something happens tomorrow, I have to quit my job, let me start my own. So I cannot start by my own because there is no financial backing on your life, right? So you have to start as every immigrant, you have to start from the scratch. So it starts from the idea of byproduct. Start the idea of solving a problem, making money, that solves everything.
So did you work like for someone when you came here?
Yes. So I was fortunate. I was the second employee of that company back in India. So they sponsored my visa, L1A. They brought me here on a non-immigrant over the period. I worked for them about 6.5 years.
Okay.
And working hard for somebody at the same time. I'm working for myself as well because I was the second employee. I was fortunate to get mentorship from the owners and all the leadership in the organization. Eventually it grew as such a big. So every time there was a requirement, I used to create my own role within the organization. Hey, we're all startup. I think this is the best we can do for both of us. So the value addition, the byproduct, what I got was I was exposed to all the departments within the staffing industry. The company which sponsored my visa was a staffing company earlier. And eventually it grew big now. So the opportunity was started as a resource manager, a recruiter, resource manager, then business development manager, account manager, you name it. I wore all the hats and my mind was very clear, right? I need to go into every department so that I learn something goes wrong. I have to start my own some point of time. I was very clear on that.
So you're super focused. You already know I'm going to build some entrepreneurial thing someday. Later. So I would need to understand all the departments and everything.
Absolutely. Immigration you take, finances you take, payroll you take, everything, anything which comes in a staffing company, I was ready. Then I had one nice call with my leader. I was talking to it. 6.5 years it's been done. Then there was a question of integrity. I asked him a favor for my spouse and he raised a question. I didn't like the question. Honestly, I didn't like the question. I was working in Charlotte. I have to drive all the way from Charlotte to here to drop my laptop and said, I'm done. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Because of you, I'm here. Now I have wealth of information in my mind. It's my turn to start. And this country is a land of opportunity. All you need is an idea where it can take you to the next level. That's all about the entrepreneurship. That was the hard day, I'm telling you.
There are so many people, right, Radhesh, who has a lot of ideas, but it's hard for them to take that first leap of faith.
Correct.
So what made you, I mean, was it your first job which empowered you with all the skills to take your leap of faith and start your entrepreneurial journey? And what was your first
business and entrepreneurs are two different things we are talking about. Business is buying, selling, you make profit. If it runs, you run. If otherwise, you close it. Entrepreneurship is solving a problem, which in turn comes into a service or product or goods, whatever. Byproduct is money. So that idea is very clear from the day one. So after working for a certain time, like 3 months, 4 months, I realized I had to do something. So me and my partner, who's an ITI guy back in India, we did sitting at one place those days. I'm talking about 2002 December.
Okay.
Back test 24 years back. Sitting at one place, you can operate the lights, fans, a remote. He got up with an idea. I said, let's go do it. We tried, that failed. Then he said, wherever we go, the sign boards, the display boards right in India, to go to any shop, you see a LED display with shop name on it.
Yeah.
Why does it need to stay only one ad, one name there all the time? If a business is there, they might sell a lot of products. So why can't we have a DC motor on the up and the DC motor on the down? So it keep on rotating the ad, also displays the business name. That was our idea. So then we went to Gujarat for POC to make sure we have a batch production. We need to talk to the manufacturers, right? That's where this idea was stolen. They did the mass production. We didn't have money. And all this was funded by my brother-in-law with 10,000 rupees. And now I am in debt. So from the day I decided to be an entrepreneur, I went through these phases. Conviction was always there that I'm going to be successful one day. But the only matter of when, I don't know. So that time I realized it's not just what you believe in, what you know. It's all about what are involved into making shit as a company.
Sorry to cut you off. So that was the business in India. Then you came to US. You worked 6 years there. And then what was your first business here?
Oh, here is staffing company.
Okay.
So that's in 2012 January. Okay. As soon as I resigned, same day. Next day, 2-3 months, I worked on it. I went back to India, came back, registered a company, went back, built the company in India. Came back again from 2014 to till date. I'm here. Okay. So the journey is pretty much because of the wealth of knowledge, what we learn over the period of time, helped me to start from the easily. There's no.
So you have operations in the US as well as India. So
yes,
the main client sits here.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
provide all staffing here.
So the way I built it is clients in India, clients in US. Both operations are self-sustained, so I don't need to worry about anything. So I have a company in India, Magic Force. I have a company in US, Magic Force. So we do a lot of IT consulting. I don't do training and placement. I manage clients. Okay. Whenever they have open positions, we are one of the approved vendors for them. Then we go and find the people and just send it. That's the other side of it.
I knew you as all these local businesses. I had no idea about that.
So that's the bread and butter, Sushant. That's where my journey started.
Okay.
So when you start your journey from one side, eventually what happens? Then you talk about diversification. Hey, income from one source of income is always dangerous. You should have multiple sources of income. Staffing is a wonderful business opportunity in this country. It doesn't need much investment. But again, there are three things very, very key. Obviously, sales is the highest thing what you need to figure it out. So, but again, when you talk about the numbers, sales is not the only thing which can get you the desired thing. Sales is just a top line. We talk about top line, bottom line, and the cash flow. Cash flow is the king. Bottom line is the profit. Top line is the sales. So I was focusing first 2-3 years on top line. Reached double-digit $1 million of revenue. I was going great. Then I was started looking at the back and see what was my bottom line. Is there any healthy positive growth on the bottom line? Because when you get the money, you invest money, and you need to make sure your bottom line also goes up, which is net margin or net money what you take home, right? So I was focusing on both. Cash flow is one thing I realize is very, very important, because when you have a cash flow, you can make a lot of decisions which can improve your bottom line. So that's where this got into the staffing, then diversified into multiple areas. You name it, now I have a
All right, so let's get into that. So how many businesses do you own today, and can we get an audience is always love to understand the scale of the business. So can you kind of number it from maybe the highest income generator to the lowest? How many businesses you have?
So I have businesses in staff. Now I have business in staffing industry, a couple of grocery stores. I have commercial real estate firm. I have financial services agency group. So I'm into multiple things, but the numbers wise, again, all of us, my mom, my father used to always say, Bida, never, ever, if you're making $100 out of any traditional business, never ever invest this 100 back into the same business. 50% must go to a real estate investment, period. Real estate, period.
Okay.
So every time I make a money in a year and a 12 months time, 50% of mine goes to the real estate property. That made me significant difference in this life, in this country for me. So right from there, so I started buying townhomes in this, especially Wake County. The lowest was 128K, highest was 210K. Okay. Now, if you go to any corner of Wake County, the average townhome property is anywhere 300,000. And the land acreage, what you see is, I bought for 5,000 per acre. Now it's 50,000, 57,000. There are a lot of significant changes in the land real estate landscape, right? So overall, my net worth 10 times, 5 times because of the real estate.
So this was the Indian value came from your father.
Yes.
With Indian, he has not seen the US system yet, but that thing still work in the US.
Yes, it works. That's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of it. And that's what I'm saying. So my father is my mentor till today. He's alive. He's passionate about construction. And he helps me on a day-to-day to understand.
How wonderful is that?
Yeah. So,
yeah. So is staffing your highest earning business?
Staffing is highest. The next highest bet was the financial services group. Okay. Now into real estate.
What do you do in finance?
So I help people building their agencies. I also educate. I'm a certified financial educator. Okay. I help people to understand their money. I'll make everybody confront their financial reality. Okay. A lot of people doesn't understand. All of us, including myself, came to this country with 2 suitcases, that $100 tikka given by my mom, that got from my brother when he was on B1, B2, came to Seattle, Washington for Microsoft. When he went back, he got that $100 bill. My mom saved it. When I came first time, she gave me, Bida, this is what I can give you, as soon as you land.
This is
so this is where. So
the Shagun ka.
Yeah, Shagun ka. I would say that's the first time I ever saw a USD, right? So that dollar bill, I still have at my home, by the way. So I kept it for myself and making sure that's an indication of my mom passed away in COVID. Very unfortunate, but she's always with me all the time throughout my life. I never slept a day without crying. How did I miss my mom this today? I always have a regret. Hey man, I could have stayed back in India. I could have taken care. But unfortunately, that was COVID. So there was no travel restrictions. But the point I'm trying to tell you is the fundamentals about the money. She used to manage everything from that little masala dabba, pop dabba from kitchen. My father used to work very hard, give her 5,000 rupees or 4,000 rupees. She used to take care of our tuition fees, all the activities, house maintenance. She's the best financial manager I ever met in my life. I still follow the same thing. What I teach today with financial, when you ask me a question, what do you do guys in financial services? I confront with people, the clients or the business partners, making sure they understand their numbers, how much they make, which masala dabba the money is going. The dabba has a title to it. It's at expenses, needs, wants, whatever it is. Yeah. Did you title your dabba? Did you put that money? How many bank accounts you maintain? Are you paying yourself first? Or are you probably, after all the things, if anything left over is your saving? So that number reached to the same level as staffing company. And in fact, the place where we are sitting right now, the whole down payment, this property, I bought it for 2.8. I put another 1.4 million, which is 4 million for the shape to get it, and the entire down payment from the financial services business. Nice. And I can proudly say this building is worth of 9.5 million as on today.
Wow.
Okay, so this down payment, so money makes money. The best classic example is the money which I made in financial services, invested in the real estate. Now this property is, if somebody asks me how much money you made in financial services, should I say the down payment or should I say the, right? So that's how the business has been growing, got diversified into it. And we have an amazing story for each business. Again, solving the problem. I never lose my core thing. What kind of problem I solved in this town? This property, Quaint Plaza, is right in the middle of the downtown. Okay. This was an old hardware store, started in 1950s, serving the community for last 50 years. This whole footwear arena, if you go to any 2 miles, 3 miles down the road, The supplies to build the homes are supplied from this particular building.
Okay.
This building was empty for close to 10 years. Then I took this project, then renovated to as an indoor mall. The idea of bringing the people, community together. I can proudly say, if the outside market is $36, $40 per square foot, I offer them $22 per square foot. The only reason is let them grow. I'll also grow with them.
Nice.
So money is not the ultimate kicker for me. The what kicker is, hey, you created this community. Now everybody is growing. Byproduct is what? If they get successful, they're going to stay long here. Then I don't need to worry about tenancy here. A lot of things, it happens. So transformation from staffing to the finance to the real estate, it's all interconnected. But again, the day you stop dreaming, the day you are physically you'll be alive, but you're mentally died.
Yes.
So I don't believe in dying today or tomorrow. I'm a dreamer. I'll make sure I'll touch so many lives in my life as much as I can.
I have no doubt on that. Yeah, we are all talking about a lot of successes, but I'm sure it hasn't come with some sort of prizes. What has been the biggest business failure for you, and what have you really learned from it?
So I don't have a bad failure in any of the business. I tried something. I have no regret because I had a chance and a choice.
That's why I said you always learn from it. So
yeah.
I'm sure you would have.
I don't take it as a monetary failure. I don't take it as a business failure. I take it as a personal lesson to me.
And what was that?
Let's go there. The restaurant, I opened it.
Okay.
I had a grocery store in Sangam Mart, which is in Morrisville. I own that store.
Yeah.
Right next to it, about a mile away. I don't know how did I open a restaurant. I opened it.
Okay.
I opened it. I ran for 8 months. Then I realized this is not going to work out here. The best decision is we closed it. That time we are talking about 2016 to 2018 between.
Okay.
The amount of people influx was not that much compared to after COVID. We have pre-COVID and post-COVID now. The huge, scenario.
Huge.
So after post-COVID, this town, we have a lot of community influx from different parts of the country came here and settled, and so the crowd increased. Earlier, between 2016 to 2019, before the COVID, we know most of the people, if you go to any party, 9 out of 10 people, we know each other. Now, if we go to any community event, I would say if I know one person out of 10 is a big deal, right? So the failure was, the restaurant was a failure, but a lot of lessons to it. Then the cash flow was a failure, a lot of lessons from it. Cash flow. Hey, if I could have another 500,000 in the bank, I could have hired more people for running more payroll. They could have produced more results for me. You understand? Again, just simple terms to understand in a grocery store. You have another 300,000 in the bank. I know I am getting 500 to 600 people every day. If this 300 could have bought more variety of stock, what happens? More people will come, more product will sell, more money you make. You understand?
Yes.
So the time in the key thing. So technically, I don't call it as a failure. It's a lesson for me, but that's the biggest one. So one point I want to, before you go to the next topic, is the biggest learning lesson. Failure is, there is no word for failure in our brain because our brain is very tricky.
The experiment did not succeed and I learned something from it. Let's put it in that word.
It's an experience.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So when you transform from one business to other business, but handling multiple businesses one time was a very challenging part. You lose your focus.
I was about to go there because when I called you up, we don't know each other.
Correct.
This is the first time we are talking. Right. And when I called you up, you are like, I have all the time in the world. We can meet any day. It's not a big deal. And now I'm sitting here, you're talking about you're running 7, 8 multiple businesses.
Right.
How do you free up your calendar? People here working 9 to 5, they don't have time for anything. People running maybe a small business, they don't have time for anything. And here you are running 8, 10 multiple businesses with multi-million dollars or over $10 million.
So the concept is very simple, Sushant.
Yes.
There are 2 things we need to believe in. One, the system you build, and the people you build. These are the 2 important things in my life, and it's good for everybody. When you call it as people, you have to trust the people.
You have to trust the people, you have to find right people to trust?
If you design a system properly and you fit the people who you trust into the system, everything gets straight. Scaling is not possible with every time you invent the system, invent the process. So what is the system you believe in? You create your own system, right? I have a mentor called Mr. Hubert Humphrey. So what he says, he built a system. We still follow the same system for the last 6 years. And I was able to produce 34 agencies across the 50 states. And we collectively made 4 million cash in the bank to all the agents in last probably 36 months. And it's growing. We just started. So system people. How that helps you? See, now I'm sitting in 50M Arena. I cannot control anybody who is coming into my store in Morrisville.
Yeah.
I have an employee that's been managed by a manager, that's been managed by my partner. My partner name is Sundar, who takes care of the grocery. He's very intelligent guy. Me and him has same thought process of solving the problem, makes money.
Do you like, as you said, Sundar, do you have like a one-on-one every few days, like bring me some new ideas? Because with 8 businesses, I cannot innovate multiple businesses.
I'm a numbers guy.
Okay.
Everything goes to the financial numbers. We track it. We have systems in place. Again, system is the key. We have like-minded people, but at the same time, system is also free. When you are in that circus, you don't know what's going on. So you are in the business. I'm on the business. I'm not in the business. On the business, as an outsider, I'll see the numbers. Hey, the trend is going this way. Trend is going this way. Can we do some changes? So it always comes back with ideas for the grocery.
Got it.
Similarly, I have people in other areas where I interact with them weekly. So.
Looking back, what is the biggest risk you have taken in terms of any of your business?
Absolutely. So even if to start the entrepreneurship in journey, the biggest risk I took was leaving my job without knowing what to do next. But I was very clear, I want to be an entrepreneur. This is a land of opportunity. I took that as an opportunity and took that risk. It worked out very well. Again, all the risks will work out. It's your individual risk appetite. I had that appetite that day, but I still believe I'm still 46, right? If I fall down 10 times from now to 50, I will still stand up and run. But after 50...
I see that from your enthusiasm.
Yeah, I may not know the same energy after 50. I might be doing mentoring, I'm doing something else, but
so again, as you always say, vitamin M, right? Money. So what has been the biggest year for you in terms of revenue? And if the audience may know, what has been the biggest revenue year for you and how much was it?
How much was it? It's very, I will not give you the exact specific number, but between double-digit to the 3-digit millions was the range. It was a broad range, but that was a revenue, and I made a lot of money in 2023, 24. Again, this year picked up big time because of work in this plaza completed. The rents are coming in, so the numbers are growing up. So as far as I'm again bottom line guy. Top line is just for the sake of world revenue to everybody. If I want to motivate, yes, we were over 40 million, 50 million revenue in some years, in last 10 years. But the logic comes back is, end of the day, how much money is creating in your bank account is what it matters. I don't believe in numbers. I believe in the bottom line, bottom in M, which comes into bank account. 2, how many lives you touched, that makes a lot of difference in my life than anything else.
So out of so many businesses, looking back, is there one particular financial decision which has the biggest impact on your success?
I don't just put it to one decision. It's
not particular business, but maybe some sort of decision, because they say there is a Pareto principle that 80% of your result come from 20% of the efforts, just that you have to put it at the right place at the right time.
So staffing, when I was building the staffing company, it was a practice company for me, right? For all this entrepreneurship journey. So that I learned a lot of stuff. That decision making in staffing company changed my mindset completely. Because there you have to work in the business, the other businesses are work on the businesses. Eventually that business also now on the business, because I have leads who are taking care of the entire business. They run the show for me. Similarly, when you get the money from one source of income, when you started diversifying, the biggest financial decision, again, my father who told me to put 50% in the real estate. So when I was getting money from staffing, I started investing in different domains just to make sure consistent income from different parts of the businesses.
Got it.
So that particular decision helped me still today.
Got it.
It's not single.
And you're still following it.
Absolutely. You go to Wake County website, search my name, you'll have at least one registered property every year. So, some or other way.
So if a 25-year-old immigrant lands tomorrow in the US with, again, just like you, 2 suitcases and a dream, what would be one piece of advice would you give?
If you create value addition in the people, this is the best country you can land in. Opportunity is always there. It's all about yourself. You should not give up. You should be a dreamer, rule number 1. Rule number 2, it's not about money. You solve the problem, vitamin M comes back to your account, no matter what. This country always welcomed, and it will still welcome the talented people. And I say talent, you don't need to be IITN, or you don't need to be, all you have to have a great idea which can touch somebody's life to things better. So
wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time.